I would like to welcome everybody back to the World Bowling Men's Championships for 2018. This is our finals for the team event. Anthony Sty here together with Tim Mack, and as Tim so aptly put it, the Cinderella story continues for the Italians.
No doubt about it. I mean, if you're a betting favorite, you'd have to bet on the Canadians, but in that match. But the Italians, you know, they made some great shot making in the last game. Great spare shooting, great shot making, and key shots in the key spots, and that's what it takes. It's impressive to see.
On the other side, you've got an American squad that feels that they are destined to win this gold.
Yeah, there's a lot of great storylines on the American side. You've got Chris Barnes and Tommy Jones, who this is the last time that they're probably going to wear the red, white, and blue. And you know, it hasn't been the greatest week for Chris, and he made mention to that earlier on, you know, other broadcasts. And I know nothing more. I've known Chris for 30 years. I know he'd like nothing more than to end his Team USA career with the five-man team-man gold. It's the most important event in the event, and they're the defending champions. And you know, with him and Tommy, they've kind of had this amazing ride for, you know, a decade now, where you know, it's what's the best way to go out? You want to go out on top, and they've got a great blend, as we said earlier, a great blend of youth and the future. And the future is bright for USA with E.J. Tackett and Kyle Troop and Andrew Anderson, who have had, you know, there's your all-events gold medalist right there. E.J. Tackett has had an amazing week this week, and who's had an amazing run these last couple of years. So, you know, what's it going to be? Is it going to be the Cinderella story, or is it going to be the, you know, the lion that's ruled the roost there for the last couple of years? And do they have one more go at him? And do the Italians have one more go at them? So that, you know, this is why we play the game. This is what sport is all about. And listen, don't make no mistake about it. Italy earned their way here. They're not here by luck. You know, they needed a giant game when the lane was really difficult to make the medal round. The lane was this challenging 38-foot pattern that World Bowling and Kegel have put out in the lane. Has challenged the bowlers, and listen, Italy made it here because of their own merit and their own worth and their great bowling and their great team camaraderie and chemistry. And can it carry them to a gold medal? We're about to find out.
Tim, first order of business for the United States, being the higher seeded team, what do they opt to do? Do they stay with 35, where they've had a lot of success? Or do you want the Italians on lane 36, where they have had a lot of success as well?
Yeah, the Italians won both of their games bowling on lane 36, okay? So the only game they lost was bowling on lane 35, but lane 35 became the tougher lane that last match, as we saw in with the Canadians versus the Italians. You know, how these players play the lanes in practice determines a lot of what the pair does. Yeah, that's a great question. I think the USA will probably stick with their strengths, and they'll probably stick with what's got them to the final match, which is them being the #1 seed and the higher, they'll have the choice of lane, and they'll probably choose lane 35. But listen, I don't think that's going to bother the Italians at all. Why should it? They just won 2 games on lane 36.
They're like,
got all the confidence in the world.
Leave us here.
Yeah, the Italians also are similar. They've got a blend of some experience with Marco leading the way. He's been on that team for as long as I can remember, and he's just you know, he's a calming influence. And then you've got the young studs on their team with Nicola and Antonio on the bottom, and Eric's been impressive as well. So you've got 3 really young kids on the Italian team that have really put themselves in good position, and then you've got Piero Paolo, who's just got the job done in that 2 slot. So the Italians have gelled really well together. They've worked really well together, and hence they're in the gold medal match.
And that sets up for a mouth-watering affair here. The Americans, the top seeds, expect to win this one, but they're up against a really tough squad, and the Italians will not go away quietly.
Yeah, that's correct. And I remember, you know, the USA went 30 years and change before they won a gold medal in the 5-man team. I was fortunate enough to bowl for Team USA in 2003 at the World Championships, and we won silver. We got nipped by Sweden in the end. And I think 2006 was the first time USA won a gold medal in the 5-man team, but it took them a long time. It took them a long, long, long time. And now you have the same opportunity for Italy, where they've been 47 years since they've had a team medal, and they've already got a silver in the bag. Can they change the color, and can they make it gold?
And we talked about it earlier. It is not automatic for any of these squads. The rest of the world has caught up, and so things are going to get really tougher. So they want to be able to take advantage of the opportunities. They're now in the finals, just one win away from getting that coveted gold.
That's right. And as we said, best out of 3, anything could happen. Anything could happen. And it's going to come down to shot making. It's going to come down to making your spares and making the right shots at the right time. Yeah, on paper, you've got to favor the USA. There's no doubt about it. But reality is, listen, best out of 3. Anybody can win. Anybody can win. And the Italians have shown you they've got the mettle, they've got the merit, they've got the gumption, they've got what it takes, and that's why they're in this match. They're not, as I said, make no mistake about it. They're here because they've earned the right to be here.
Factor in Lady Luck, who might have something to say somewhere along this best of 3 final, and we could just see who will be holding the gold medals in about an hour and a half. Final look now at these players as they take one final attempt, their final attempts here at the respective lanes.
Teams just getting lined up and figuring out what they want to do. Probably going to attack it the same way. I would anticipate the lineups are going to be the same. With the United States will probably lead off with Chris Barnes, Kyle Troop, Andrew Anderson in third, and then obviously E.J. Tackett, Tommy Jones. And I would anticipate the Italians would probably keep their lineup the same as well.
I wouldn't be surprised. Last time in the semifinals, they started off with Marco. That was Marco Revelio. And in second, they had Pierpaolo De Filippi. In third is Eric Davolio. In fourth is Nicola Pangolini. And again, we saw this gentleman, Antonio Fiorentino, was just absolutely impeccable in that semifinal.
Yeah, he's been fantastic, and he's been their rock, and that's why he's bowled on the bottom. That's why he's in the 5 spot. But listen, this Italian team is gelling and bowling really well together. So let's see what happens here. That's why we play the game. And you know, sometimes when you know you're the favorite, the pressure is a little bit more, right? And then you add the fact that I know that you know, as I said earlier, I've known Chris Barnes and Tommy Jones for 30 years, and Tommy since he's 19 years old. And you know, this is the last time they're going to wear the red, white, and blue, and they want to go out. I'm pretty sure this is the last time they're going to wear it, and they want to go out on top. So you add that a little extra pressure, and the fact that it's the 5-man team gold. There's no gimmies out there. So these teams are after all the excruciating bowling of the 16 games and the stepladder finals and the TV format, here we go. Ready to start and see who's going to take home the gold.
They just look at that. These Italians, as you said, since the 70s, they've not won a medal, and right now they're already assured of a silver, but definitely they're going to go all out for that gold.
Yeah, again, they're playing with a lot of confidence. They look loose. They look relaxed. As we see their anchor bowler warming up here, he's been phenomenal the whole tournament. And let's see what happens. Quick changeover. They've just re-oiled the lanes, so let's see. You know, with the lanes not being able to set with the oil tends to move around a little bit. It could challenge the players a little bit more. And with the Italians just coming off the pair, they've got a little bit better feel about what's going on. So let's see if the Americans change how they attack the lane from when they did in their first semifinal match. Again, that's all information that the guys will talk about, and go through and figure out what they want to do and how they want to do it. Italians look good, though, in practice so far. They're hitting the pocket, and they look pretty good so far.
Well, something's got to give here. Who will take home that coveted gold for the 2018 edition of the World Bowling Men's Championships here in the team competition?
Shaking of the hands has started, and here we go.
This is made for some riveting stuff already. But I think the best is yet to come.
Teams will get together, have a little pump-up speech, both teams.
You can just cut the tension in the air with a knife.
Yeah, you can feel it. I can feel it.
This is it for the gold.
Kyle's going to lead him in this little hoorah speech. See if he does it. See if they get started and see what happens.
They did that in the trios yesterday.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to do it again. Kyle's their pump-up guy, so.
Here we go.
Here we go.
This is it. The moment we have been waiting for. The finals for the team event of the World Championships for 2018. Starting things off for the United States, as expected, Chris Barnes.
Looks like he's going to attack the lane similar to what he did in the semifinal, Anthony. We'll see if he has the same result.
Yes, he will.
Great shot.
People talk about how important it is to be the anchor, but obviously to start things off, you need to be able to get to a good start.
Couldn't agree with you more. You want to have that confidence, to get out of the gate and let the team know, hey, listen, let the other team know, hey, we're here to play, and we want to get our momentum going early, because as we said earlier, these matches they go quick. Marco coming a little light in the head pin there. Shouldn't have any problem with the spare. Leaving the 610, he'll go cross lane at it. He's pretty straight anyway normally, so good start for the Italians. The spare up, and Kyle Troop here, who's the emotional guy in their team. He's got a chance to give them a quick double early out of the gate.
Can he deliver here? Team USA. Missing the pocket there.
Yeah, yep, the high on the head pin, and again, that's that popular combination that we've seen, right? The 3-6-10. It's been out there a number of times, and we see it again.
Second man now out of the gate here for the Italians. Pierpaolo De Filippi.
Comes in on the opposite side of the head pin, leaves the Brooklyn 6-pin, but shouldn't be a problem on the spare. Maybe a little tension from both teams here as they both missed left. It's a great spare from Kyle, makes the spare. Keeps him clean through two, and that's what you want to do. You want to fill frames in this event. Try to grab a couple strikes at the right time and put them together. And that's why these coaches and these teams put their lineups together like they do, to put their guys where they think they can string the strikes and keep them in the best possible position to keep the pressure on the other team. No problem on the spare, and both teams clean through two. Comes the young Anderson kid, step up PBA Player of the Year which it got announced when he landed in Hong Kong this week. So it's been a pretty whirlwind kind of week for him. He's been solid all week and solid in the team event as well. So
comes up with a solid start
and a solid strike from the young kid Andrew Anderson. We've seen a lot of him in the future. Great classic style, played in about 25 to about 8 at the break point. Dead perfect, dead flush, perfect result. These have been the 3 guys, though, on the Italian team that have catapulted them to this title match. These guys have come up big time and time again. Can they continue to do it?
Eric's reply to you.
Yeah, looked like he slipped at the foul line there. Looked like he had a little problem with his footing. He slipped at the foul line and didn't get the same leverage, and the ball went flying by the head pin. So gonna have tough. We call this the washout. He's gonna have to get the ball just to the left of that head pin and kind of slide it over into the 10 pin. See if he can make the spare. And actually, this is a momentum builder. Should he make this spare?
They need this.
And he get it. Perfect spare. Man, I'm telling you, there's some great shot making from the Italians here. Again, they continue to make these, a picture perfect, just to the left of the head pin. Throws the head pin right into the 10, and now E.J. Tackett has a chance to step up and have the Americans take an early lead in this first game. Perfect. My opinion right now, E.J. Tackett is top in the world, top 2 bowlers in the world with Jason Belmonte, the great Aussie two-hander from Australia. But E.J. Tackett, he's just an incredible player. Incredible.
Back to the Italians here. What's the reply?
And again, the number 4, Nicola, comes up with the goods again. Big strike. Tommy Jones here, coming up to try to get a triple and keep the Americans in the lead. But man, Nicola and Antonio have just been throwing some really key shots at some key moments that have built momentum and kept momentum. And this is the guy I call the closer, TJ Tommy Jones, looking for a triple. Comes in high in the head pin, leaves a 6-10. Gonna need to make that spare. Antonio wasting no time, getting up there, getting his hand ready. It's a big shot. Should he double, right back in the ball game, puts the Italians right with the Americans halfway through game 1. Best of 3.
Can he deliver once again? He has all afternoon. Yes!
He does it again. Wow. Absolutely impressive has Antonio been. I mean, just impressive. Has 4 and 5. I mean, again, they come up with the goods again, just like they did in the semifinal against Canada. As you see Tommy Jones pick up the spare. And the big guy comes through with the goods. You got Barnes stepping up now to try to get the USA going in the second half of the game. 2-pin match in favor of Italy. Actually in favor of the U.S., sorry. But Italy working on the double. Barnes made a great first shot. Can he make another? It's just wide of target, leaves the 2-8. Ball comes back, almost makes it back, leaves the 2-8. There's a huge opportunity for Italy to seize momentum in game 1. Can Marco do it again like he did in the semifinal game?
Yes, he did. You don't have to look far back.
Comes in a little light. Didn't get out of that one clean. You can see him look at his hand. He didn't get out of that one as clean as he did the last shot. So both very difficult spares for both bowlers. Barnes has got the dreaded double wood, the 2-8, which makes it very difficult. And, Marco's got a very difficult spare. He misses it. Didn't hook. Again, as I said, the Italians take the lead with the spare here. Can they capitalize? All right. It's a tough spare for Marco as well. Leaving the 3, 5, 6. Can he convert with the spare ball? Oh, didn't like it. Didn't like something. His hand didn't feel good. His hand didn't feel good in his first shot. So again, Italy takes the lead with the spare. Every shot, the pressure mounting. I don't know about you, but I can feel it back here.
I can too. And remember, Italy has taken advantage every single time in that semifinal. That's why they're here in the finals.
And you got it. That's a great spare. And Italy takes the lead in the match.
And how difficult is that? You're making your run to just stop and take it again.
Yeah, you got to start over. As he's having a little talk with his coach. His coach is talking about his shoulder. And can Kyle get the Americans back on the board here? Great shot from Kyle. Great shot from Kyle. Can the Italians answer? They're up 7 pins right now. Great shot. 17, right about 8. Perfect. 10 back. Excuse me, you can't throw it any better than that. Can Pierpaolo make the shot?
Italians are hoping.
That's a good 9. That was actually not a bad shot. That was actually a really, really good shot. But that's a good 9. He'll look to make this spare. And the Italians will be up 6 pins. But again, the Americans working on a strike have a chance to take the lead. Got to convert the spare. Every pin, so important. He's got it.
It's been a back and forth affair here so far in game number 1.
You got that right. I was telling you what. Can Andrew Anderson capitalize right now on the strike? It's been great all week. That's high on the head pin. And that'll be leaving 6-10. And that means the Italians will stay in the lead by 6. Wow.
Talk about nip and tuck.
It's back and forth, and I'll tell you what, the Italians got to feel good. They've got the lead, and they've got their, into the 8th frame. Their 3 best bowlers. They can put a strike up here and really add to their lead and hand it off to their 2 top bowlers on the bottom. Can they do it again? Can they do it again?
Starts with Eric.
Eric Davilio.
What a shot!
What a shot.
Talk about rising to the occasion.
Eric Davilio does it again and hands it off to Nicola. What a great shot. I mean, just a well-executed shot. Dead perfect. And there's the chop, and there's the open. So that's back-to-back spares that the USA has missed in 2 of the last 3 frames. And all of a sudden, what do we have here?
That looked like an academic spare there.
Well, I mean, listen, we said it earlier. No spare is academic, right? So now EJ's got to come up and really set the table for Tommy and give them a chance. The Italians, again, got to be feeling pretty good. They handed it off to their 2 best bowlers, and they have the lead into the 9th and 10th frame. They got to feel real good about their position, but EJ Tackett, got to have it.
It comes across.
And he
the
does
messenger.
with the
Was a little bit late, but nonetheless.
That's a great shot. That's just a world-class shot from a world-class bowler, and still gives him plenty of chance here. Plenty of chance. This is coming down to the 10th frame. If Nicola can strike here, he forces Tommy Jones to double in the 10th. So it's a 14-pin match right now.
Will it stay advantage Italy? Ooh, they get a split.
A really good shot. 4-9. That's a terrible break. But now we've got to try to make the spare because the wood really doesn't matter. So, but what it does do is it gives Tommy Jones a chance to throw all 3 in the 10th to shut out the Italians. if he doesn't make the spare. So that's a great shot. Came in a little too sharp. Can he convert? Can he convert?
Drama continues here in Hong Kong.
He's got a chance.
Ooh, just missed it.
Okay.
Gave it a good run.
So here we go. Tommy Jones needs to throw the... They got to match 10 frames, right? So whatever Tommy does, Antonio has to do. So if Tommy strikes, if Tommy throws a double and gets 7, the U.S. he shuts out Italy. He can shoot 200. Max score right now is 203 to 199. So this is the big one though because Tommy's on a strike. Tommy doesn't strike here. Antonio needs a spare and attempt to beat the USA. Can he do it again? Oh my God!
Wow.
And all of a sudden, Tommy thought he liked it, and it picks up right there, and goes right through the middle and right through the heart, and leaves the big 4. And now, Antonio only needs he needs a count. He doesn't need anything. He just needs a count. Italy's going to win the first game. That's a winner.
He made sure.
That's a winner. 9's a winner. And Italy wins game 1.
Will wonders never cease?
Oh boy. If the USA, well, Tommy can still make this, but it doesn't matter. Well, it matters. If Tommy makes it, then Antonio has to. Nope. Italy will win game 1. 169 for the Americans as they go open strike to finish. And
who would have thought 3 open frames for the Americans?
Well, I mean, listen, it's again, house money, right? Roll with confidence. And who stays undefeated on lane 36? The Italians. They've won every game on lane 36. They haven't lost a game yet.
It has not been a problem for them.
So
it has been for everybody else.
Well, it's listen, war of attrition, right? They're just getting the job done. They're not bowling big games, but they're bowling enough to beat their opponent, right? So that tells me that lane 35 is playing pretty hard. Now the USA's got to come over to 36, but Italy's going to have confidence either way because they've won every game they bowled on 36. So even if they lose the next game, they're bowling on their lane where they feel comfortable. You know, that's a great job by Italy. Italy gets the job done, and there you go.
Game number 1 goes to the upstart Italians in this best of 3 affair. Game number 2 coming up. We usher in game number 2. Italy will start things off first.
And the veteran, Marco, stepping up to the plate. Can he get him off to a good start?
That's what he's looking for.
It's a great shot. Oh, boy.
They feel that they are now poised to win the gold.
I mean, just look at how loose the guys are, and you can see the Americans are just, there's a little tension, there's concern for sure. Let's see if Chris can get him going here. He missed a spare last game, and kind of the wheels fell off after that, but it wasn't really forever for USA. Let's see if he can lead him, get him going in the right direction. That's an awful good shot. A solid 7. 4-pin goes straight back. That was an awfully good shot. So, got to pick up the spare. All of a sudden, with each frame that Italy stays further and further in this match, the tension builds.
Yes, it does.
Obviously, the USA were big favorites coming into this match. However, That's why they play the game, and that's why you. And he makes a spare, no problems. Great first shot, and can Pierapalo step up to the plate and get him an early double here? It's an awfully good shot, good first shot from Chris, and there's an awfully good shot from Marco, and now Italy has a chance to take a double here and take an early lead.
Is he up to the task?
It's a good shot.
Yes,
Gets the 7-pin.
That was a bit of luck there.
Yeah, absolutely. Light pocket, carries the light shaker, gets the 7-pin to go late. Kyle wasting no time stepping on the approach. Obviously wants to get some momentum back on the USA side. As you see the 7-pin go late. Kyle up on the approach fast.
Trying to stay in step.
Going through the face. I think if that's me, I would have taken just a little bit more time. But USA down 1-0 in the best-of-3 match and down early in the game. Italy got an early double. USA yet to find a strike. Kyle's got a tough spare here. This 3-6 has been tough for bowlers all week just because of the amount of friction across the middle of the lane. See if he can convert it. Makes it. All right. The 3 bowlers that got the momentum going last round. Eric got him going with a strike. He left it off, handed it off to Nicola. Can they do it again?
That's the big question.
Can they do it again?
Italian fans here inside the center holding their breath. There he comes up with
Brooklyn strike. Brooklyn 6-pin doesn't strike, but 9 doesn't hurt him. Doesn't hurt him. Andrew's got to step up here and make a good quality shot. See if he can get the USA moving. Get some momentum here for him. Get to find a strike in the first 2 frames. Can they find one here in the third?
They say
good
absolutely.
Shot from Andrew. Good shot. Hands it off. Hands it off to EJ, who's been solid so far. Got to pick up the spare here from Italy and see if they can keep their lead. And he does. Now it's down to the 4 or 5 bowlers. Here we go. Wow.
And they've been able to deliver all throughout here.
Yes, they have. Their confidence has to go up every single shot they throw. Every time they step on the lanes, they just get more and more and more confident. And, you know, can they continue to deliver? There's no reason why they shouldn't be able to. They know where they need to be on the lane. They know where they need to throw it. So can they continue to deliver? That's a great shot off his hand. That's just terrible, terrible luck. I mean, leaves the ring 10. Dead perfect off his hand. EJ with a chance to get the Americans back to even here.
Big pitch coming up.
And he's solid 9s right behind it. Two terrible breaks for both teams. Both were well executed shots, and both could have struck. Obviously, EJ's got the easier spare. The 10 pin is very far away right now. A little more room. Listen, I can't say that. Any spare right now is hard. I mean, it's with what's on the line.
Hey, we've seen that earlier.
Everything is difficult.
Game number 1.
Good job by Nicola. And he hands it off. He hands it off to Antonio. And the Italians have the early lead through 4. EJ no problem on the 9. So here we go. Through 4. Italians are up 10.
And they have Antonio coming up.
They got Antonio coming up, and they got Tommy Jones, the closer, on the other side. So let's see what happens.
These two gentlemen have made the difficult look so routine.
Yeah, and that's why they're bowling in the 5 spot. So let's see what Antonio can do here. See if he can continue his great shot making and continue to keep the momentum going for his team. He's been rock solid. That's wide right, and that leaves him 7. So he's going to lose the pins on the wood. So he loses 2 more pins on the count.
And the closer on the American side.
There he goes.
Come up big. Yes.
Good shot from Tommy Jones. Gets 2 pins back for the USA in count. Gives a chance for Chris Barnes to step up and catch the Americans to get a double. Tough spare for Antonio. See if the Italians can keep the lead right now. Uh-oh. Got it.
And the leader delivers though.
He delivers a good spare. So 2-5. The Italians are up 7 pins. But USA working on a strike. Biggest shot of the match. Potentially, this could be Chris Barnes' last ball in the red, white, and blue. But right now, he takes a re-rack. Marco's going to step up and waste no time and go up and throw the shot. Can Marco deliver again and see if he can get the second half of the game going for his team? Last shot was a great shot. Can he deliver again? It's a good shot.
Oh,
really good shot. Light 7 pin. Light 7 pin. USA working on a strike right now. Can take the lead. Chris Barnes having a chance to give the USA the lead. USA down 1-0. If Italy wins this game, it's over. USA must win this game to extend the match. Huge shot in the match. Chris Barnes for a double. It's wide right.
Misses that head pin.
Misses the head pin right. Huge spares all the way around now. Marco needs a spare here for the Italians to stay in the lead to keep a 6-pin lead. Can he make the 7-pin? He doesn't like it. Doesn't like it again.
We've seen him double clutch a couple of times already.
Every shot is meaning so much. I mean, there's so much pressure right now. It's crazy. I mean, can he make the spare? Makes it. No problem. So the Americans are down 6 with 3 frames to go. 4 frames to go. And Chris has a very difficult spare he has to make.
This is going to be big.
Oh, and he missed them both. He missed them run away. Oh, no.
Could that be the undoing of the United States?
Could that be the last shot ever? It just hooks right by it. Goes right by it. So now the Italians can take a 20-pin lead with a strike here in this shot. Italians in the driver's seat right now.
Who would have thought?
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Pierpaolo.
That's left.
Will he get a Brooklyn? No,
it doesn't hurt him. That doesn't hurt the Italians. They make the spare here. They're still up. They're still up 19. Can they breathe life into the? Can they come back here? Plenty of ball left. There's a lot of ball left to be done yet. Kyle Troop stepping up for the Americans.
But they need to be able to make up some ground, and that's the start.
Kyle with a big shot there. Picks up Chris on the open. Picks up Chris in the open. Can he cover the spare here and keep the Italians in front by 9? Actually up 19, depending. But with the Americans working on a strike, He's got it. No problems.
We're going to have an exciting finish.
Yeah, it's coming down to that. You can see Chris Barnes pacing here. He wants another chance at it, obviously, but the Americans have to win this game for him to get another chance. And right now, going in the 8th, 9th, and 10th, Italy has the lead by 9. I always look at max score, and max score meaning everybody's going to strike out. Well, right now, if Italy strikes out, they're at 233. The United States would be at 224. So, can the Italians' last 3 bowlers deliver again like they have in this final?
So far, it's been an excellent afternoon for them. Can they keep it going?
Can he trust it to the right and deliver a strike here for his team? You can hear a pin drop. Great shot. It's a great shot. Great shot. He does it again. Does it again. This is a huge frame for Andrew Anderson. On a strike, Eric comes up, steps up to the plate and strikes. Andrew working on a strike, almost in a must-strike situation right now for the Americans, because you've really handed it off to the Italians' top 2 bowlers. Can Andrew come up with the goods? Gotta have it. That's wide right.
It doesn't come back.
All of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, the Italians are in the driver's seat. So, this is a very difficult spare that Andrew has to make, let alone the fact that the Italians are on a striking clean through 8, and they have their 2 best bowlers coming up who have really good ball reaction to the head pick. Other than Antonio's bad shot, can Andrew make the spare? This is a tough spare.
He does.
He makes a spare.
That keeps him within striking distance.
Yeah, it's a big spare. Right now, the USA has 204 max. Right now, Italy is working on 203 pace. Okay? So the Italians are up 21, and they're working on a strike. Should they strike here, they increase their lead to 31 pins. And as we said earlier, they've won the first game. The USA must win this game for this game to go to the Italians are the gold medalists in the 5-man team event. Shot of his career right now. Can he get it done?
Nicola with a big wide ES.
What are you talking about? You can't throw it any better than that. You cannot execute a bowling shot better than that. Biggest shot of his career. He comes up big, sits down, relaxed.
Look at that.
Now that puts the USA in a must-strike situation. E.J. Tackett has to strike on this ball.
He's capable.
Green 10. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This match is just about over. Nicola just has to stay behind the foul line and get pins and
get a high pin count.
The Italians are your gold medalists of the 5-man team event.
For a team that has not gotten a medal since
they
the
haven't
70s.
Medal since 1971. And now Nicola, Antonio Fiorentino steps up in the 10th frame with a chance to close the door. Great shot. I'm standing up for this one. I got to see this.
This is for the gold medal.
He needs just pin count. As long as he keeps it on the lane, doesn't do anything crazy. The Italians are your gold medalists. That's a winner. That's a winner. That's a winner. The Italians are your gold medalists of the 5-man team event.
And they know it. And the emotion now starting to flow.
Win. Italy upsets the United States. 5-man team gold. The World Championships. Amazing performance. Amazing, amazing performance from the Italians.
That's not able to come back.
That'll do it. Italy wins your 5-man team gold. Not only do they not win first medal since 1971, but they win the 5-man team gold, the hardest medal to win in the World Championships. The Italians get it done, upsetting the Canadians and the Americans in the final with some fantastic shot making and some fantastic bowling. Take your hats off to Italy. And as you see Tommy Jones finish up his Team USA career, will Tommy Jones and Chris Barnes be back? The Italians get it done. Gold medalists. Wow.
This, the coup de grace to make it official. And the Italians have won the gold here in Hong Kong.
Of the team of 5
Unbelievable.
of the 2018 CGSE Million Single Women Championship.
Absolutely amazing.
The medal presentation
Incredible
will be
drama
held
here.
shortly.
See the emotion. Italy wins the World Championship 5-man team gold. Amazing.
After so many years of not getting a medal, they come up with the gold here in 2018.
And the USA reign of the 5-man team ends, and we have a new champion. 210 to 166. They sweep the USA 2-0 in the best out of 3. It's been an absolute pleasure.
It has been
Call this
great
drama.
bowling all throughout. Fantastic day number 4, especially for the young but very talented Italian squad. We'll hear from them in just a bit.
Congratulations, Team Italy. So how would you say about today's performance? Canada in the semifinals and the USA in the finals. How would you say about that?
It's a dream. It's a dream come true. I mean, we live for these moments. We bowl for these moments. And yeah, in semifinals, we bowled against the best 2 teams, and we managed to win. I mean, Team USA this year was probably the best team ever. So 2-0, we don't believe it. It's a really dream come true.
I can see that you guys getting very emotional in the end, and also the momentum is really high. So what do you talk about in the team talk?
Yeah, we do that because for Italy, this is such an historical moment. We just have 1 medal in our history in 1971. It's been almost 50 years. We didn't get a medal, and now we are a team of 5 world champions. So we still don't believe it. We don't believe it.
Yeah, it's a very good result. And to sum up the round of the whole tournament, so you guys are going home with a victory today. So how would you say about the tournament this time?
Yeah, the tournament was pretty good. We were okay in doubles with 13 plays, 10 in trios. I mean, we're not bowling tomorrow for the Masters, but we won the most prestigious event, so we are okay with that.
Congratulations again, and it's time for celebration. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the medal winners and the team managers of the Team of Five event of the 2018 CGSE Million Tango Wellman Championships. Please give them a warm round of applause. It is our honor to request Mr. Wu Huibrum, Second Vice President, World Bowling, to present the medals, and Mr. Johnny Zheng, Chairman of Million Tango Gold Trader Limited, to present the flowers to the winners and the team managers. Mr. Huibrum and Mr. Zheng, please. Bronze medal, Basil Ng, Jonathan Liu, Keith Saw, Darren Ong, Giles Gore, and Joanne Tan from Singapore. Bronze medal, Granford, David Simon, Zach Wilkins, Mitch Coupe, Dan McClellan, Francois Laval from Canada. Silver medal, E.J. Tackett, Kyle True, Chris Barnes, Andrew Anderson, Tommy Jones, and Jacob Butler from USA. And the gold medal, Marco Vabilio, Pierpaolo da Filippi, Nicola Pongonilli, Eric Duvolio, Antonino Fiorentino, and Marco Perrepini from Italy. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Italy. Congratulations to all the winners.
Congratulations once again to the Italian squad, this year's champions. And Tim, final words. Obviously, you and I are still, well, we can't really use the word disbelief, but the better team, as you said, came out with the victory.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. There was no luck here involved. The Italians bowled the best in the semifinals against Canada. They beat them straight up, and they made the shots when they needed to. You got to take your hat off to them, even though they weren't the favorites in either match. You would anticipate they weren't the favorites on paper, but that's why you play the game. And